I'm Amber. I've been riding for a couple of years now. I've always been a pillion. I've been a pillion for probably over 20 years. And then a couple of years ago we went to Cambodia and we had a quad bike each. And I thought, oh, this is quite fun. I think maybe I might enjoy riding a bike. So I got back from Vietnam, Cambodia, and got my licence. I did enjoy riding as a pillion, but I guess I thought, no, I want to be in charge of a bike. I want to be the rider. I've got a gorgeous Royal Enfield Continental GT, 650cc. It's a beautiful blue colour. It's quite loud, which I like. And it's just a beautiful bike. It was actually a Christmas present, so I had no idea I was getting it until I opened up my present, which was a key. And sitting in the garage was my Royal Enfield. So it was a big surprise. Yeah, quite a few custom modifications to my bike, but don't ask me what, because I wouldn't have a clue. Ross did them all.
So the mods I've made so far are mostly cosmetic, but there were 2 performance mods made pretty early on. At its first service, I had John from Motociclo fit a set of S&S exhaust, which made a big difference in terms of sound and just a little bit of an increase in performance. Around the same time, I added a DNA high-flow air filter and the plate to help the engine breathe a little bit better. Now those 2 mods alone really did transform the bike in terms of performance and sound. The rest of the mods were mostly cosmetic. Royal Enfield bar end mirrors, which are really good and they work really well. Adjustable levers, a sump guard and a chain guard to replace the flimsy plastic one were purchased from Tech Bike Parts. They're great quality and they've been a really good company to deal with so far. I then made some more changes which I think improved the whole look of the bike, starting with the headlight. I replaced the bulky cheap silver headlight with a 5.5 inch gloss black one. I then bought a kit from Tech that included front and rear indicators, headlight brackets, a new tail light and a wiring harness. And this was all pretty easy to fit, and they have a few videos online which really helped. One of the things that bugged me about the Continental GT was the colour. Look, the Ventura blue tank is beautiful, but the guards and the tail light mount were this off-white creamy colour. I bought a dual seat cowl in Ventura blue, but I thought it would look better if it had the stripes continue through the cowl like the ones on the tank. So when this was in the paint shop getting done, I thought it'd be a good idea to get the front and rear guards, the tail light, the heel guards and the intake covers all done in the same Ventura blue. Sam from Colour Fuel looked after the new paint job, and now that it's all back together, I think it looks great. More recently, and because the bike already has a high-flow air filter, John from Motociclo suggested we add a booster plug, which smooths out the initial acceleration by adding about 5% more fuel at low speeds. It also feels like you can sit at a lower gear for longer before the torque starts to drop off. So that's another mod that I would recommend if you already have a high-flow air filter. At its last service, I had the chain and both front and rear sprockets replaced. The bike has over 40,000 Ks now, but with regular maintenance, it's had no issues at all. But to be honest, I'm not really sure that Amber has noticed the changes.
I have owned a little Honda 125cc. When I had my Ls, I got that one. Great bike to learn on. Small, very light, easy to ride. I rode the Honda for about 6 months. Yeah, great little bike, but you do get a bit bored of it. Great bike to start on, but yeah, I soon got sick of it. I generally just ride on the weekends with friends, Saturdays, Sundays, have fun, take it easy. But I've actually started commuting to work. It's a lot quicker and there's you can park anywhere basically. We go to the Royal National Park a lot because there's a group of us and that's sort of I guess the closest ride for all of us. We all meet there and then just go for a ride. Probably the most interesting place I've ridden is the Bells line of road. So there had been bushfires like a year before and so you could see all the lush greenery coming through. It was actually quite spectacular. If If I could have one more bike, I would like a red one. Because mine's blue, I'd like a red one. One place I would really like to ride to is the Great Ocean Road. It's in Victoria on the coastline, and it looks great, looks beautiful. I'd love to do that. I enjoy the ride. Getting to the destination is the best bit. It's a really good feeling out there, on your own, in your own space. Yeah, it's a great feeling. I would let my kids get a licence, but I would really like them to drive a car for at least a couple of years before. It really does help to have driving experience first, and then once you do decide to get your motorbike licence, just be careful, just be aware of everything and everyone around you. Yeah, you might be a good rider, but you just don't know if other people around you are good drivers or riders, and you know, quite often they won't even see you, so just be aware of that.
So that was Amber and her Royal Enfield Continental GT, which, lucky for me, she occasionally lets me ride. Now check out this playlist over here with other custom Royal Enfields, and remember, you can't buy happiness, but you can ride a motorcycle, and that's kind of the same thing.